It's time. Lock, load, put on your Infinity Gauntlet and grab your lightsaber. This is Nerd Talk. Presented by Webeam TV.
Hey everybody, welcome
Hello
to
there.
Friday night. It's Nerd Talk, Nerd Talk, Nerd Talk.
All right.
I guess.
Good to be here.
Yes. It was raining earlier.
Yeah, it's been
Holy
it's like there's a storm out in the Gulf or
Yeah,
something.
or something.
Maybe our way, maybe not.
It's coming.
It's too early to tell.
It's
What?
Too early to tell if that storm's going to hit us.
I don't know. I saw
I
some
know it's
cones.
Friday, so
yeah.
some cones is right on us.
Yeah, it's right on us, man. You don't
Who
tell.
knows?
It's,
So-
whatever. It is. Hey, we're nerds. We don't care.
Yeah.
So how
that's
was
the
your
other
week?
news.
How was your week?
Crazy. I mean, it was all San Diego Comic-Con last weekend. Was virtual con was going on, so was trying to keep up with all of that. And then we're still trying to get locations for filming for the new show. So it's like, oh, are you closed? Are you open?
I
Is it
know,
good?
crazy, isn't it?
It's become a full-time job on the side. So just trying to talk to people and chasing them down. So I'm like, all right, I should hire a producer to do.
It's time. Lock, load, put on your Infinity Gauntlet and grab your lightsaber. This is Nerd Talk. Presented by Webeam TV.
Hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Talk. Hold on, here we go. Nerd Talk, Nerd Talk, Nerd Talk. Nerd Talk.
Does that make you feel good?
You leaving would make me feel good.
I can always do that.
So mean.
I'll keep going.
I get hate mail because I'm mean to Michael. It's all of his boyfriends.
It's and still taking emails to get him a girlfriend.
It's all his
Really?
It's all
Really?
his furry friends. They're like, you gotta stop being so mean to Michael.
I have one furry friend.
That's what you think.
He started as a stalker.
Oh, well, there you go.
now
Well,
he's a lover.
No, he's
That's
not. a lover.
what he is.
No.
I know who he is too. That's
Yes.
funny.
We all do because he stalked the show for a long time.
Oh well.
He didn't stalk the show. First of all, if you're
And I
watching,
missed out on all this action.
let me clarify
stalk the
the
show.
goon.
He just stalked
that's
me.
right down there. Right down there. That goon. That goon does not speak for everybody. If you watch the show, we appreciate you watching.
Yeah, we
the show.
appreciate you. We love you.
That's right, because we've been getting some good numbers.
Yeah, it's been. Well, I can't imagine what's new.
Yeah, I know, right? Jesus
It's Bree.
Christ.
Down
So,
to me.
Bree, how you doing, sweetheart? We missed you last week. What's up?
doing good. Lots of work. Down an employee at the lock shop, so now getting all my other stuff done is just that much harder.
Hey, Michael's looking for a new job.
No.
That wasn't even go.
I'm actually a good hard worker.
You know,
but
that was, we did it. She didn't
Believe
even
it or
say,
not,
hey,
I'm a
give me
good
a call
hard
off
worker.
air and we'll talk about it. It was like,
I'm gonna go get him
I've
some
never
ice
been
for that
written up at
burn,
any of
man.
my
That's-
jobs.
no.
Well, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure I have more calluses on my hands than you do.
Yeah.
Oh! Other than his right hand, maybe.
It's a left hand.
Jeez.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
he's a lefty. Great.
Oh
He
man.
does the right hand, feels like he's cheating. Anyway. It's
Well,
been a.
hey, I did have something crazy happen this morning. I was getting gas.
You mean
and-
the other morning?
Yes, the other morning. And I was getting gas in the morning for the car, and the guy must have put the numbers in wrong for how much it is for the 93 with a credit card.
All right.
And it said 0.293.
Yeah.
$2.66 for 11 gallons of
That's
gas.
the way
Wow.
to
Go,
go,
girl. Gotta love it when they screw
I
up.
love that. I love
Wait a
that
minute.
so much.
What do you drive that takes 11 gallons?
The Mini.
Oh, God have mercy. 11 gallons? That doesn't even a third away of my tank.
It's like
Oh, God. I love
our
those things.
vans, like the Erie Travels van is a 18-gallon, and I keep thinking that's small for a van, but it gets good gas
Yeah.
mileage, so I don't complain.
My Hummer is a 30-gallon tank, and my RV's 80-gallon.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's more than That's all right. I'm okay. I'm not gonna bitch about it because I drive a Hummer and I drive an RV.
And it's cheap gas right now. Still.
Oh hell yeah, man.
I hate that $2 a gallon is cheap gas. When I grew up, 99 cents a gallon was insane.
59 cents.
Exactly. When it went over $1 a gallon, I'm like,
I remember
who
59
can live like
cent
this?
gas, and people were like, and they were bitching in 59 cents. Oh my God, I remember when it was. I'm like
when it was 10 cents a gallon. Oh my
hey,
God.
look, you were around when the dinosaurs came out too, and they were probably pumping it for you. Just saying. Just kidding. I don't know.
Hi, gang.
Hi, everybody. Glad you're watching. We know you have a lot to do, there's a lot of stuff they could be watching.
There could be.
But they're watching. They're hanging with us.
Yeah.
Hanging with the crew.
Yeah, with Nerd.
By the way, I'm going to put this out there. We are looking for more nerds.
Yes.
Boss Tech is getting tired. And I am getting to the point where I need some other people helping out. Mark's come on the show, which we're grateful for. I thought Elizabeth loved this, but I guess not.
She went and got married. She'll be back. She even almost came this week.
I think
she's coming to comic book.
There's
Oh, sure. That's what it sounded like in the chat today.
Yeah, that's in the future.
Yeah.
This is Friday. I don't care about what happened on Thursday.
Yeah. So, but Comic 101, watch for Elizabeth. She'll be back, but she'll be back to this.
Yeah, so
she may have to be here next week because next week I won't be here.
That's right. So I need you. So where are you going to be next week?
Next weekend, I am working with HarleyCon.
That's right.
With our wonderful Amelia Poole is hosting. It's a virtual con, and we're doing some live panels and stuff like that. So I will be hosting
Who's
a couple
streaming
panels.
that?
If you watched,
that's Krypton Radio.
Krypton.
I think. Yeah, Krypton's doing it. And
Krypton. Oh, so it's going to be a podcast.
It's a podcast and video. So it's going to be on the internet, but it's going to be like Facebook Live, and it'll be YouTube later.
See, if you watched Comic Book 101 last night, you would have known this because we talked about Harley.
Well, yeah, some of us work for a living, Mike, producing all this wonderful stuff and maintaining all this wonderful world
but
that you get to come in and do a thing. And
Legend of the Traveling TARDIS show that I'm a panelist on a lot. We got a big guest for that. So we're going to keep that kind of
don't give
it
away.
Hush, but I'll announce it right before.
So, do you guys remember Ren and Stimpy?
Yes.
Yes.
Happy, joy.
Okay, so
light years ahead of its time.
Yeah, there was things in there. I loved it. Parents around the world hated it.
I was a parent at the time and still loved it.
Yeah. Well, okay, you're a cool parent.
I was a cool dad.
The normal parent that if they were straight and narrow people, they did not love it. So we're gonna play a little trailer real quick about the story of the backstory of Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, we're gonna go into Kerfalski.
Yeah. Right. So if you go ahead and play that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about it.
You have to keep tapping like that! You bloated sack of protoplasm!
The current day examples of shows that I think were influenced by Ren and Stimpy are all of the shows.
Why won't they leave me?
Ren and Stimpy was an anomaly in its time.
It was an artist-driven show.
I thought I was having an acid flashback.
Ren and Stimpy opened the doors saying to everyone out there, no more rules.
Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy, joy.
It's like I'm working on a show that is revolutionizing TV animation. And it all emanated from John.
We all kind of thought that John was going to be the next Walt Disney.
People always ask me if I identify with either of them. Well, I'm not going to say that I identify with an idiot, but I guess I do identify with an ass.
Shows were delivering months late.
That pissed off the advertisers big time.
We did get death threats. His behavior got really bad.
It was just like you lived in the kingdom of John, and he's sick.
Is there anything you would have done differently?
I shut the camera off. I'll give you a super honest answer.
Happy.
So that dude was way beyond his time.
It was. If it wasn't for that, Nickelodeon would not be. I mean, Nickelodeon was a force of nature, but this took it to the next level. And then, if it wasn't for that show, we would not have Adult Swim.
Hold on one second. Do me a favor. Swap me and swap me and Mark on the 4-shot. Okay. Yeah, that'll look better because he's looking.
I keep looking
off,
at him.
He's looking off camera instead of on camera. Yeah, but yeah, without him, without this show, I don't think you'd have Cartoon Network. I don't think you would have Adult Swim. I don't think you would have other stuff that came after it, like Cat Dog,
or even Rick and Morty. And
Rick
South
and Morty.
Park.
Oh my God!
None of this would have come out.
So this weekend I did a. I was tired. We had people over whole 9 yards and stuff like this. So I said, you know what? So I literally started watching Rick and Morty from the very beginning. I'm all the way caught up. That show is, and I'm sitting there going, whatever I watch, it kind of reminds me of this. And I'm like, yeah. Yes, Ren and Stimpy. Oh my God. Because it's the kind of same humor that.
Like I said, Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, about the same time.
Yep.
Genius creators, genius series. The problem is, Ren and Stimpy's creator, he was a little insane. He went too perfectionist, started delaying episodes.
Right.
The advertisers start pulling out because, we can only handle so many reruns. I mean, he only had like 6 episodes those first couple seasons.
Right.
You can only run those so many times. Most animated shows were 20 to 30 episodes. And
right. I to be honest with you, I would have thought it would have run like The Simpsons.
It could have.
I think it had the possibility to run like The Simpsons.
They brought it back a couple times, but again, it just wasn't the same. And then he also went a little crazy in his personal life.
Yeah, he did things he shouldn't have done, that sign, because I have, and I'm not saying I'm a genius like him, so I don't want anybody out there says it, but I understand the perfection side of it, because I had a client that I was on the phone with today, and I was telling him, because he knows some people that could be also one of our nerds. He goes, why are you having such a hard time sometimes? I said, because I want things done a right way. I could do things the cheap, the easy, the quick, the fast, where we wouldn't have all this. We could literally sit here with a wide shot, the whole shot, and that would be the show. Yeah. And I don't have to. We don't have to show any graphics. We don't have to show any videos. We don't have to show any imagery or anything. We could do that type of show.
It's like everything on YouTube.
But I said, but when I'm in a pool of people that do what we do, if we don't look as good as or better, then I'll never be taken seriously as a producer, a director, an owner. So we just do things, because even my son said today, when we were setting this up, he goes, why do we have to do all of this for the show? I said, because we don't want to look like everybody else that's podunk sitting behind. I've seen shows that have got a table, 4 microphones on it, and then they talk for an hour, and they'll throw some stuff up every now and then, and it's an editing issue with them. They have to shoot it, then they have to go back and watch it and edit it and put stuff up, blah blah blah. We do this. When you see all this happening, you see this live, right? There's no
magic in the
right.
back.
There's no editing. So this has been shot live. So to me, it's doing it right, and that's what this guy did. He wanted things the way he wanted them, and then when you get that stressed out, you do shit that you're not supposed to.
Yeah, and that's just it. He was looking for releases and stuff like that, and escapes.
So whatever helped him get through the issues is what he did.
And that's where we're at.
Yep.
But I am excited for that documentary.
I am too.
It's really good, and we'll see.
Bree, did you watch Ren and Stimpy?
I did some. My parents were kind of
straight and narrow.
Weird. Yeah.
Don't say weird. Okay. I hate it when people go, my parents. Your parents weren't weird. They were just normal, straight and narrow, and they were religious, right?
No, they weren't religious, but my sister and I went to a religious school.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't want to hear about it from the teachers.
Right. Okay. So they're more normal, straight and narrow, average folk, blah blah blah. They didn't. They were ABC Sports and Fox News and whatever they say is goes type of thing. Yeah, we all had parents. My dad was a pastor, so this stuff was never in my house. I didn't listen to rock and roll music
My
No
daughter's grandparents insisted, on my ex-wife's side, insisted that they go to a religious school for their early years.
Right.
And I thought that was actually a good idea for academic sake.
Right.
But then they would come home and we would watch you know, whatever the heck I wanted them to
see,
watch.
my dad was the typical sports, church, and work.
Well, we also ran the haunted house. So
see, that's what I'm saying. You're a completely different animal.
That was fun when they went to their school and they were the only kids dressed for Halloween.
Yeah.
That was definitely they're dressed as Wednesday Addams and.
So speaking of Halloween, this is how Halloween. My mother, who tried to be the good wife, but also a good mom, my dad always because. Our church, the church that he pastored, would always on the Halloween night would have a church service, no matter when. It would never matter no matter what night it landed on. He had a church service, right. So and we had to go all the time until we started getting older, and we're like, Mom, why can't we do this? And blah 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 blah. She goes, here's what's going to happen. Your dad's going to go. You guys go. You can't go buy costumes. You're going to have to make them. So we always made Draculas and stuff like that because it was easy cakes. And then we would do the whole, we would go trick-or-treating and we knew what time to be back. So we would always come in early, get undressed, blah, 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 get all the makeup off, crap, or whatever we put on stuff. And then we would have to hide our candy because my dad never went in our rooms ever. It was always my mom. So my mom was always, we were able to hide. So we got to do stuff like that as a kid. So, yeah. But this Ren and Stimpy would have never, ever, 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 ever flown in my house. Ever. My dad would have seen this, especially right there where he's pinching the nipple type of thing on the my dad would absolutely.
My daughters learned the words to Happy Happy Joy Joy, I think, before they learned anything else.
What about the log song?
Huh?
Log,
yeah, we knew log. We knew log pretty good too.
Oh my! So anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to the whole
Royal Canadian Kilted Yaxman.
So I'm not sure who put this into the chat, but we're going to do back-to-back Kevin Smith stories. Okay, so the first one is Green Hornet animated series in the works from Kevin Smith.
First time ever animated series for Green Hornet coming.
And I gotta say, even with my boy Kevin Smith behind it, I'm excited for him writing it because I know he did a pass at the original movie script that got passed over for Seth Rogen for some reason.
Right.
And I'm a fan of the original radio dramas where he was originally created. He is not a comic character first. He was a radio drama guy first. Then they converted him to a comic character.
Like the Shadow.
Like the Shadow. The Shadow started as a pulp.
Yes.
And then became a radio show, and then went back to comics.
Right.
And then movies eventually. Green Hornet, same thing. I would rather see it live action because it's all about the kung fu action.
Yeah.
But
you say he's going to tell a story of the past Green Hornet and updated.
Okay.
So we're going to get both.
So we're going to get all the Hornets.
Yeah, I'm curious with it. If he talks, if he's got Britt Reed and Kato, as long as somebody really good animates it, I'm good with that. I just hope it's not some of the styles of animations of recent. I don't think could pull that off. It needs to be action packed. Green Hornet is all about the fights and the combat. That was the whole unique thing he brought to the universe. So
unlike the one that they did with it, I liked it, but it wasn't the Green Hornet. He didn't know how to fight. He didn't know how to do anything other than get drunk and fall down.
And that was a takeoff on the '60s TV show, which was the same problem.
Right.
They were trying to fit Batman because Batman was such a huge hit, and they brought this comedy vibe to Green Hornet. And Green Hornet, I mean, even Batman was not really a comedy show, a comic at the time. But at the time, it kind of was.
Well, we all know that Batman is nothing but a ripoff of
The Shadow.
The Shadow.
So, which we're going to talk on a Comic 101 soon.
Really? That's good. So, but anyway, I'm kind of excited for it because I liked the Green Hornet show back in the day because I was.
Oh, my ride's here.
Uh-oh.
I said a bad thing about Kevin Smith, so the cops
See what happens?
Sorry, Kevin.
You mentioned the name.
We love you, Kevin, but
But anyway, so we're gonna go right to another Kevin Smith.
For his 50th birthday.
Yeah. So who put this in?
I did.
Okay, talk about it then.
So he's gonna host a special Q&A for his 50th birthday. It's gonna be, I believe he said like 2 hours.
He did host it.
Yeah. He said it was gonna last all the way till all 50 questions were answered, and tickets. It's already done, sold out, but
it was pretty good. You can still find it online. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the guy. He's just a couple years older than me, so he was my idol, and doing what I wanted to do, I thought. He's a comics guy. Yeah. He's a movie guy. Yeah, he kind of was right at the first crest of podcasting, switching into, public appearances. He's the eternal fanboy, so he loves what he does, and he geeks out with everybody, and so. Yeah, I was excited for this, and it paid off well. It was really good.
I've got to say that I like him. I'm not fanboy over him by no means. I mean, he's done some good work, and I liked him in Jay and Silent Bob, and I thought he was good. But I have a hard time following these upper ups that do their own podcastings because they can get anybody they want to.
Right.
And I'd rather follow the guys that can't get anybody they want to, or every now and then we'll get somebody cool, and then once they get to that status of, well, I can get anybody I want to now, then I'll stop following them and I'll follow somebody else. I always want to be the follower of the small guy.
Yeah.
The day that I start getting Kevin Smith on here and blah blah blah, or we get these people, then people can stop watching us because at that point in time we're doing pretty well as ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. I do. There's a couple things he has done, and I just didn't like.
Tusk.
Yeah.
Huh?
Tusk.
Oh. Do we even have to mention that one? I mean, that's just the one that
he's trying to do horror now, which is interesting. I'm curious to see how he pulls.
I'll watch it.
It's like an actual slasher movie.
Yeah,
so
I'll watch it, but it's just But here's the thing, everybody, all these guys want us to, But when we call and say, hey, you want to do an interview? Let's go through my manager for that. Really, you've made enough money now that you need to start reaching down and helping the little dudes out.
Yeah,
that's my personal opinion.
A little bit.
Anyway, but it's kind of cool that he had it. Good for him.
A year ago, 2 years ago, he almost died.
Yeah.
So it's
now, see, to me, that's an awakening moment.
That's exactly what happened to him.
Yeah.
Right. And he'll like, look, you know what? I've done all this. I've done really well for myself.
After that,
and I need to start helping the little guys.
And he's got foundations to help comic guys get started. He's got.
No, I mean, if
come on our
I
show.
would love to call him and say, hey man, you want to zoom in? We don't even want you to be here. I mean, I'd love you to be here, but you want to zoom in?
Awkward.
I actually reached out twice and get denied twice.
So you got to go in through somebody who might know somebody. So
do you know somebody that might know somebody?
I might know somebody.
We know somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah.
You know somebody that knows somebody?
Rick. That knows somebody that knows somebody. But not even through Rick.
But see, Rick is
good, and Rick's starting to take off now.
Rick's
Terrifier 2. And all that,
right.
So
he'll get to the point where we can't talk to Rick anymore. I got stuff hanging all over the place in here. People are like, "You really like hockey mats?" I said, "No, I like the guy who did them." 13X Studios, really cool guy.
13X, yeah.
I reached out to Rick twice now.
Oh yeah. He's moving.
He's too busy.
Well, he's moving, so it's.
Yeah, but how long does it take? I mean, seriously, come on, dude. You can take 10 minutes out of your time to put a phone up and do a Zoom call. Yeah. Look, Bree's on here. And that woman worked her ass off.
Yeah, geez.
So there.
Bree, are you a Kevin Smith fan?
I am to a degree. Like, I don't dislike him or anything.
It's not like when you walk in a room, you drop your panties, right?
Right, yeah. No, that's like Robert Downey Jr. and maybe...
Chris Hemsworth.
Same.
Chris
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, you go, girl. I dropped my panties for Ryan Reynolds. I'm just saying right now. I shouldn't say that, but $20 is $20.
Bruce Campbell for me.
There you go. See, we all have our one dude, right?
We have our male crush.
Okay, so we all like John Wick. You like John Wick?
Love John Wick.
You like John Wick?
Yes, and I like the video game this was based on too.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Yeah. So Splinter Cell was a video game started, I want to say PlayStation 1.
Xbox
was the first. Right.
So it's
even I knew that, dude. I actually have this. I actually have this game.
Do you?
Yeah, it's just sitting right over there.
Not for the original Xbox.
Yeah, I bet you I do.
Go get it.
Original Xbox?
No, that one's not over there. But I had the original. I had the original Splinter Cell.
Tom
Michael
Clancy's
Ironside doing the voice, who was amazing actor, doing the voice of the character for forever. I remember they reinvented that game so many times.
Yeah, it spawned 6 sequels and actually graphic novels from it too.
Yep. And great series. Tom Clancy came up with the original idea for the story, but like so many like Rainbow Six and all that, but he didn't actually write the Splinter Cell book. He just came up with the idea, and somebody else ghost wrote it. Ghostwriters.
Did you ghostwrite it?
I did not ghostwrite that one.
You didn't do that one?
I did ghostwrite some things, but not that.
Okay.
But
so they're going to come out with a Netflix series.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of cool with.
And it's animated, right?
Yes.
So now, like I said, I'm okay as long as it's good animation. And it started as animated, so I'm good with it.
I've been saying forever, and that, and this brings in the Breeze world because it's all about the artist, that these guys are doing stuff now with the art. I would rather watch them than sitting there and watch two paid actors.
If it's visually intriguing,
I'm just saying.
I mean, look at the Castlevania series they did.
Really good.
Yeah. Insanely awesome art. And I actually prefer that to the story.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry. Sorry, Warren Ellis, but you're last
sorry,
season.
man. Love you all. Hey, I have a quick question. Bree, did you put anything in the notes this week?
Excuse me, sorry.
I don't want to jump over because I've got the list. I think you got the list in front of you. So if it comes up and it's yours, you say, "Hey, that's me." So because I don't
know if any of it was. I know I did put some stuff in, but I don't know if it made it in.
You actually saved our ass last week. Because with a couple you put in there, we ran out of content with like 10 minutes to go. I'm like, oh well, you know what? Bree put this in. I know she's not here tonight, but let's talk about it anyway. So you go, girl.
So maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but you're awful quiet. We need you to speak up. Don't wait for us to shut up.
Because I'm not going to shut up.
Yeah, neither am I. I'm just going to talk. That's what Michael's like. I think Michael went almost 20 episodes before he finally opened his mouth.
Right.
It happens, that's like Elizabeth's husband, Gabe. He doesn't say much, but when he does, it's gold. It is like solid gold. Yep. So it's like, all right, so he's a Silent Bob type, but.
So do they know when this is coming out?
It's still early development days. They just announced
this is just one of the things that they're trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I get that.
That's why I hate jumping on those stories because it's like, it'd be nice, but Kevin Smith announced he was doing a Buckaroo Banzai reboot years ago, and then that
fell apart. Yeah, I get that. So the next two things we're going to talk about are right up your alley.
Yes.
I mean,
I think I suggested both of these.
You did. So the Netherworld Haunted House. Let's talk about that.
Oh, we skipped one.
You skipped one.
What I said?
The host.
We're going to talk about the host first. But that's okay.
We'll come back to the host. Trust me.
Okay. So
I'm doing things.
Netherworld Haunted House is if it is not the best haunted house in America, it's freaking close.
Where's it at?
It's at Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Oh hell yeah!
Permanent home. They were just outside of Atlanta. A few years ago. It has grown. He's been doing it as long as we did Hellview, 20 some odd years.
So you know these people.
I know Ben. Ben Armstrong runs it. He is a super nice guy. It is intense. It is amazing. Worth the drive from anywhere on the East Coast or fly to it.
So
it's worth it.
So what I'm hearing is you're going to call them,
and we're going to film an Erie Travels there.
And we're going to go up there in the beginning of September to film.
We're hopefully going to go up before they open and get a sneak preview.
Well, the 22nd is when they open.
Yep. So we're going to.
So we'd have to go before that, week before. Yeah.
Yep. That is the plan.
Because I have to be back on one of those Saturdays. I got a wedding to.
That is our trip back from where it was supposed to be Mothman Festival. So
right.
That was the plan, was to tie this into Mothman weekend, but now it's going to be the week before. So, but Ben has we're talking. So Good. We're looking forward to it, Ben. But anyway, they did announce their themes this year because they do two big, massive haunts. Now I know you come here to Florida and you go through Halloween Horror Nights or Howl-O-Scream, which Horror Nights was canceled. We haven't heard from Howl-O-Scream yet, but and you see one of their haunted houses, and it takes you 5-10 minutes to get through a haunted house after waiting 3 hours in line, and you're like, wow, that was great. This haunt will take you 20-30 minutes to walk through, and,
really,
and it's that intense, that detailed, incredible. So their first thing they announced was Halloween. So it's always got some cosmic horror, something like that. I'm excited. They haven't really done much. They announced a teaser trailer with one of the characters they had a few years ago called the Collector, the Soul Collector, and him just carrying out a pumpkin. And it's awesome. It's amazing. I'm excited.
So They do laser tag.
They do that all year, so that's how they stay open all year.
So during the day, we could do an interview and then do laser tag. Us all doing laser tag. Then
so they keep the maze where you can run around and shoot each other laser tag style. That's how they are a haunt that stays open. They open up for. They do have zombie laser tag, yes, Rob. So they've done some other things like that.
Do you think they'll have any Walking Dead stuff?
They usually do. They've got a great distortions prop out front that's a photo op. I think it's on one of my Facebook profile pictures. Is where it's a zombie with its head being blown off, and you just stand there holding the gun. It's epic, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's an event.
I know they can't do Walking Dead.
No, unless you license it, and that's Universal Horror Nights.
But they're filming right there where they're filming.
Exactly, and that's just it. They've got access to their makeup guys, their costume guys. Awesome. They're prop guys.
I'm seeing a weekend. We leave on a Friday. We'll have to do a pre-record.
Yep.
We go up and do a Saturday record, and then we come back on Sunday.
And
that's perfect.
Watch what we've seen. It's now the second. They do a second big haunt. They haven't announced the theme on that. It's usually science fiction related.
Bree, you want to go?
Yeah.
No, it's totally. I mean, with so many of them closing. They're still going, so I'm excited.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. All right. So the next one, we're going to come back to Coast. All right. So next one is 13th Floor.
Yeah. No, this is in Jacksonville.
I've never heard of this one.
This is another great haunt. On the way to becoming another Netherworld. I don't want to diss them at all because they are amazing. They're in Jacksonville, 13th Floor Haunted House, and they did this amazing video. Do we have
All right. Let's watch the video real quick, Rob.
Yeah, you got to see this.
Okay.
So, just adorable. I thought that was just really
I see on the road trip.
Yep. It's definitely 13th Floor. Definitely worth.
I know we were talking about probably going up. We probably meant to do them on a separate weekend.
Yeah, because it's a little.
It's a drive because I'm the driver.
Because Atlanta is straight, and then this is that way. So
so you're talking 3, 6, 8. Yeah, we wouldn't get there until Saturday morning.
If we do Jacksonville, there's a couple other things we could probably hit.
Exactly. So, make a weekend of it. Yep. Cool. Yeah, I'm excited.
13th Floor. I am so happy you're here, and I love that video. That was incredible.
That was a great video.
Yeah.
And they've all got masks on anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I look at view your photo. So how long have they been around?
A number of years now. Not as long as some of the big guys, but they're definitely worth a trip every year. So we hit them, and that's the nice thing about not doing my own haunt is I actually can go to haunts now. So we did them, and we're still waiting to hear if Enigma Haunt down in Delray Beach is going to open. But we will definitely hit some haunts for Erie Travels.
Sweet. And Nerd Talk.
And Nerd Talk.
All right, so
others.
We're gonna go back to what you said. I skipped over. I watched this.
Oh,
holy
good.
crap!
Yay!
Okay, because I do these every day.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna watch a trailer called Host, and then we'll be right back to talk about it.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hey, John. Rena. Caroline. Hi, Teddy.
Let's do a shot after us.
Hey, everyone, get in. 3, 2, 1. Have you ever done anything like this before?
I've never done this over Zoom. Obviously, we're not physically together, but there's no reason why Spirit can't communicate over the internet. Nothing's gonna happen. Visualize us sitting in a circle. Spirit, we invite you to use us to pass on any communication. Is there anyone there? Please come forward.
What was that? Amy, was that you?
I heard it.
I heard something. I think there's something here. Do you see that? Oh, Emma, how funny. There's something. Yeah, we've connected with something. We gotta keep going. We gotta talk to it.
Not good. I told you not to disrespect the spirits. There could be something demonic.
Hey, this is all your fault! Not my fault! This is your fault!
Emma, turn the filters off. Come on.
Looks pretty good.
Okay,
Shudder is the bomb.
I am gonna watch that.
Yep.
Maybe not tonight, but tomorrow probably.
It is so good. We watched it, my wife and I, last night. Incredible. It's done as a Zoom call. Now, they originally were going to film something else.
Mm-hmm.
They had just kind of this premise. And then because of quarantine, it got delayed. And then they said, let's just do it as a Zoom meeting. And so it changed into what they've made. And I can't imagine it being anything else because I wonder what they really were going to make. But because this is well done. They had everybody do their own directing, their own special effects, and they taught them how to do it. And so it's ingenious.
Absolutely.
And, holds up really good. And it's brief, which has been everybody's complaint. I wanted more. It's a little too short. But the joke was that's how long a free Zoom call is.
Zoom call, right.
And so that's the joke. And that's what makes it perfect. High rankings from me. Very well acted, incredible story, and you will get sucked in.
Sucked in.
It is northern England, so a lot of accents, so just be ready for that.
Right.
And I think a little bit of Ireland.
We should do one here.
We could do something like this.
And we could record it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a cautionary tale, though. I mean, that's the whole point.
I like cautionary tales. You know me.
Now, if you want,
I kind of poked the rabbit. I poked the bear.
Similar. I have to go all the way back to 1980 or 92 with Ghostwatch in England, which was another where they were trying to do like a live paranormal broadcast, and it's one of the most infamous nights of British television. It's been banned for years and only recently came out on DVD. So if you want a fun one too, go down the rabbit hole, look up Ghostwatch.
Yeah. I love watching these ghost hunter shows, and they're live.
Yes.
They're not live.
No. Well, some of them, but they're not 100% live.
It's just so sad.
It's all editing.
You're sad.
Yeah.
Just sad. Just sad. So this next one is exciting for you.
This is huge. Yes. Right. Yes, this is huge. I get all my Halloween at the end here at the 1st of August.
Don't do it.
Keep going.
Huh?
Keep talking.
Am I allowed to keep talking?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Because this is awesome. This is Werewolf, the first TV show ever from the Fox network.
Yeah.
Back when there were only PBS, CBS, NBC, and ABC, this new network called Fox came out, and I'm like, what? Their first show is called Werewolf?
Werewolf?
I gotta see this. And it was done like he's got the curse. He's been bit, and he's hunting the originator of the curse, and it's the one-eyed werewolf. And the big joke was the guy playing the one-eyed werewolf was the guy from The Fugitive who used to hunt the one-armed man 20 years before. Carlos Scorzani was the name of the evil werewolf, and it's pretty cool. It's got a Incredible Hulk kind of vibe where he's a good guy, but he turns into a monster. Sometimes in the episodes. The problem is it never had a proper DVD release or even a video release. You could only find the bootlegs.
Yep.
Because
I remember watching this.
They did the mistake of using licensed music, and they only had license to air it, and never thought about resales because this was the early days of new television. Nobody.
You want to see the original? Want to see the original trailer?
Yeah. Oh, do we have that?
We have original trailer. Go ahead, Rob.
That will bring me back memories.
Maybe.
Tonight, you are about to begin a journey into terror.
When the world isn't the same as our minds believe, then we are in a nightmare. And nothing is worse than a nightmare. Except one you can't wake up from.
2 more kids were killed last night.
The cycle has begun. Now there's silver bullets in that gun. You can end the curse by severing the original bloodline.
What's happening to you?
I did it. I killed last night, Kelly.
You're one of mine, aren't you?
I don't want to be like this.
You come to kill me.
You're gonna send a bounty hunter after this kid?
What the hell you got in there?
I don't know. Lock your doors. Turn off the lights. Find a chair that's comfortable and safe. Prepare yourself for Werewolf. Next. Eric Cord was just an ordinary college student until he was attacked by his roommate, a werewolf. Now he's running for his life, chased by a bounty hunter for the murder of his cursed friend. In pursuit himself of the evil werewolf Scorzani, the source of his bloodline, a beast who must die to set Eric free. A race against time and the bloodlust that threatens to overwhelm him. Now, Werewolf, the legend continues. Weeks to come.
Rob, that's enough. That's enough, Rob. Oh my gosh. So cheese, early '90s cheese, I think.
But we were all glued to it.
Oh man, couldn't get enough. And Chuck Connors there.
Chuck Connors was awesome back in the day, man.
So
he was a man's man.
Exactly, and then playing the evil werewolf in this. And again, it was another Fox one-hit wonder, one season. It cost them too much to make, and they were. It was a new series, new network, so it just didn't last long. But it got held up by music rights. It was supposed to come out in 2009.
That's normal.
That's the last time it was supposed to come out was 2009. Shout Factory had supposedly secured all the rights and had remastered it. We're bringing it out. A lot of people were excited, and then it disappeared. And again, some band came back and said, nope, going to cost you 10 times more.
I bet that was shot originally in 16:9.
It might have been. No one knows because that's all we've ever seen is that bootleg video. So we were all excited. The people who were working on it in 2009 were like, "Oh, it's beautiful. You're gonna love it." And there's some stuff you didn't see and all this, and then it disappeared. But now it's back. But it is going to be a overseas release first because they've got the looser music rights.
Right.
And then once they'll see how that does over there if they bring it U.S. But either way, there's going to be ways to get it over here. So I'm going to import it on my region-free DVD player.
Boom. Yes. All right. So the next we're going to jump over next is Final Fantasy VII.
The remake.
Jesus Christ. Remake
Again.
Part 2.
Well, yes. So
started full development.
The original Final Fantasy was 4-disc. Final Fantasy VII for the PlayStation 1, and you had over 100 hours of gameplay in that. So when they re-released the updated new version of it, they left it on a nice little cliffhanger.
But the chicken skirt is hot.
They didn't release the whole game when they did the remaster? Oh,
yes.
Squaresoft.
That's
right,
the thing.
Right,
they did
stupid.
it on purpose.
Squeenix.
So you can keep getting the updates
That way
for
they
it.
could just milk it forever.
Forever.
Like every other game does.
See,
you
that's
never get the games anymore. You always have to keep paying for additional characters, maps, or whatever.
Oh, jeez. That's
money grab.
Garbage.
Money grab.
They know. I mean, they should just call themselves the Final Fantasy VII company now. They shouldn't make anything else. Just more and more remakes of Final Fantasy VII, because that's all they care about.
Hopefully the second part of this will be a lot quicker, because it took well over 10 years to get the remake.
Yeah, that's why I thought
done.
10 years and you still can't get, you only get half a game. Even Duke Nukem Forever finally came out with a whole game. It was terrible, but it came out. Rob liked Duke Nukem Forever? That's awesome. I like bits of it.
There's some of it that's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly. This better be something after 20 years. Jeez.
So I haven't picked it up yet, just because I don't want to put in 100 hours.
I'll wait till part 2 comes out.
Yeah.
And when they do the Mastered Complete collection, then they'll add
That'll be on PS5 by then.
or the PSP 2.
Square Enix.
I don't think Sony's even going to keep doing.
What are you looking at?
Handheld.
I don't.
What are you looking off this?
I was looking at.
You're looking off the. You're looking off over
there. You gotta flip the bottom two.
Okay.
No, don't worry about it.
I don't think they're going to do it.
That's better, actually. We don't see your face.
So much love here.
We do love
you guys. You should
we
come
love
up
to
and be a
pick on
nerd.
Mike.
He asks why I do the show, and I was giving compliments, reasons I like it. Then he does this.
Yeah, because if I'm nice to him,
something's wrong.
Something's wrong. Yep, I agree.
So, okay, this next story we're going to talk about is Courtney Cox returning as Gale Weathers in Scream 5. The only problem, Liz, is she does not look like this now.
Oh, well.
She doesn't even look close like this now.
I'm still excited for it. I know a lot of people.
Not sure if we could find a Courtney Cox image today. Let me see.
I know a lot of people give Scream
even if you
grief
look at what she looked like in Cougar Town, she looked horrible.
They love Friday the 13th. I
love Scream.
Freddy. I think the Scream series was very self-aware, and I think that was awesome. It's it's Wes Craven goodness. So
and even they did decent with the TV show for MTV.
Yeah, and they're bringing back a lot of the OG for this, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
Today is not.
So David Arquette will be back as well.
Yeah,
you know what's kind of funny? He looks like he normally does.
He doesn't age.
It's like he doesn't age. What the hell's up with
him and Paul Rudd, man?
He's pulling all the beauty from Courtney.
Yeah, him, Paul Rudd, and John Travolta.
They just don't age. I mean, don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful lady, until she started doing the whole injections and blah 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 and blah blah blah. But so obviously Scream 5 is coming back. Woo!
I'm eager. We'll see what happens.
Are you?
I like them when they go like this.
Nev Campbell
as long as you bring the originals back, I'm good with it. But that's what you got to have. You can't just, if you're making a sequel and you're not going to have anything else to do with any of the original, why are you calling it what it is?
Can we have Jay and Silent Bob do another cameo?
That would be awesome.
They did it already.
They did it in 3.
Hey, Rob, do me a favor. Switch Rob with switch Michael with Bree's shot, so that way he'll stop looking off camera. So anyway,
He's talking to that thing from Host.
Yeah, exactly. Host is killing me. So the next thing we're going to talk about is spruce up your Echo Dot with Baby Yoda ears.
What?
It's so cute. I don't know if I'm going to go get it, but
you will.
Maybe I probably will.
I won't.
Or someone will buy it for you.
Yeah, I gave you a picture. There it is. See?
I still haven't got an Echo Dot because I don't want to allow Skynet into my house.
You can you actually can block Skynet.
Oh, can you?
Yes, you can. I have a dot next to my bed, and if you're listening to that, good for you.
I have a dot in my room,
and I have a Show 5 next to the downstairs. I love the fact that I can sit there and tell I'll go, Alexa, red alert. And it brings in the red alert from Star Trek.
But hold on. Sunday when John was doing it, he was being very loud, like screaming at it. So the whole time, mine is going off. Anything he would say, mine would just start chirping. I'm like, shut up.
That might make it worthwhile for
That's
me.
called slave mentality, and it knows better.
We were
I can make mine make TARDIS noises, too. I can make it land the TARDIS.
Really, can you?
Yeah.
See, now.
South Park. Was it South Park that did the episode?
The episode of South Park where you can make Alexa turn on Siri, turn on, and and then Siri would turn on Cortana. Cortana would turn on other. It was so great, and everybody's TVs were shutting off and turning on. And that's South Park brilliance right there. Ultimate trolling. But yeah, no, I haven't invested in any of the smart devices. Even my Fire Stick is a Fire Stick without Alexa.
Really?
On purpose, because I was like, I don't need.
I do like the fact that I can sit and I can say, Alexa, turn on Amazon.
Yeah.
And then it'll turn my TV on.
I'm just so worried with my epilepsy. Some night I'm going to babble and I'm going to order like some $1 million thing from China.
You can. There's a button on there to actually turn it off.
Oh, okay.
You can mute it. Yeah. So it's I don't know. Look. Here's the thing. By now, everybody's got all your shit anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not like, And I purposely sit in my house and talk about crap to see if someone's going to show up or not. I figure.
Yeah, get on a couple more lists. I'm already on a couple.
I guarantee you.
I love mine.
Do you?
But I've got it next to the TV, and so sometimes there will be shit on the TV that sounds like it's saying Alexa, and it wakes up, and I'm like, what?
Yep. I had that problem with the Xbox Connect for the longest time.
Yeah.
Somebody would say something, and the Connect would turn on my Xbox and my TV, and I was like, okay, no, I got enough of this.
I tell you, the one good thing I like about it is as I'm dozing, I can say, Alexa, turn off the TV, and phew.
Nice.
And I'm not having to, because in the minute you pick your remote up and you go to turn it up, you wake yourself
You're
back
waking
up.
up again. Yeah.
So I'm waiting for it to integrate with my bed.
See, that's why I got a wife. She comes in and she turns things off.
Isn't that sweet? Well, what if she's laying there where you going to sleep?
Then it's going to be bad because she snores so much that I won't get to sleep. So I'm going to have to go sleep on the couch.
Oh, that's nice. Poor.
Love you, sweetie.
Poor Carrie. Carrie. Bus me, Carrie.
There's a bus outside.
There is a bus outside.
No, she does. Yeah, I saw that. What is that bus?
Okay, so we have a young recording studio in the plaza now.
Oh.
Right? And they got that, and they go, it'd be great for hauling gear and stuff. I said, are you a mobile recording studio? He goes, no. I said, well, then get it out.
Yeah.
Get it out of the parking lot because it looks like crap. I get on to people all the time about leaving their crap. Look, park at the end of the parking lot or park it over there in the other parking lot so I don't have to worry about it because I don't like it. But anyway, I get what they're going to try to do.
If they clean it up, it look like it could make it the Monkey's Mobile or something.
They could make it into a little micro camper.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All damn day long. So this came out. Microsoft's xCloud game streaming will launch on September 15th on Android.
Yeah, Android devices will be able to play Xbox gaming streaming like Xstadia, and other services. We'll see how it holds up.
You can play on your phone.
Yeah.
With a controller.
With a controller, it's just Bluetooth sync to your phone, and it's your phone doesn't have that much processing, but as long as you got strong internet, you're gonna be able to stream.
Oh, so it uses the server base.
Yes, it's cloud-based gaming. So
cloud-based, server-based,
server-based, same thing.
Don't correct me on that. I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm gonna correct you on everything.
I know that's your job. Thank God. See, someone will stand up, Jimmy.
Shut up.
Waiting with the Jimmy John's. I'll never go there again.
Oh, what happened there?
$30 for 2 freaking
subs. Yeah,
that's crazy. I can go to Subway and get 2 $5 foot long.
Why are you going to Jimmy John's or Subway when we live in Florida and you can go to Publix?
Right? Because Publix is not here close by.
Oh, jeez.
And I needed it right here.
Oh, that's right, because we're in Pasco.
Right.
Yeah, there's
even Jersey Mike's is expensive. You get a whole sub from there, it's $15 for it.
Yeah.
But theirs are better. And Jimmy John's has enough sodium for like 3 weeks.
Yeah, Jimmy John's, that's just it. Yeah, they coat everything with salt.
I told them no salt.
Yeah, well, it's in.
Oh no, it's in everything.
Yeah, I won't go back there.
Yeah,
I'm not saying they're bad people. I don't need hate mail. It's just I'm not going to sit there and spend $30 for 2 drinks, 2 sandwiches, and 2 bags of chips.
Yeah, if you want cheese on it, that's another $2.
No, I got the one that comes with cheese.
The number one. That's only $1.
No, I got the Italian.
I usually just try to find the mom and pop shop in town.
I do too, but again, we need to go eat and get back here and blah blah blah.
Understood.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. I don't have an Android, so I really don't care, I guess.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it'll work. I mean, this is still the early days of cloud and server-based gaming.
Right.
Stadia apparently works pretty well, but nobody's playing it, so nobody can tell you. But we'll see how this turns out.
So on the same page, I love how this happens. On the same page, Xbox games, Android mobile game, Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. Where you're going to be able to play it with the Game Pass. So you're not even going to have to buy the games. You just Netflix it, Netflix server it. So
So it doesn't download to your phone.
No.
You're just playing it through their server. So you got to have good internet.
Yeah, and then the plus side is or 5G or what they're required.
5G will kill you.
Yeah, it will.
It'll boil your brain.
I'm excited.
Me too.
So
bowl away. It's not like it's not already been bowled.
Yeah,
I've taken stuff
excited.
in the past.
Yep. I'll just wear my
40 years, it probably have done worse than that is. So I'm just saying. So this next one I got here is, I think it's kind of funny. An unprecedented Nintendo leak turns into a moral dilemma for archivists.
Yeah.
Yes. So tons of stuff have leaked. So this is old stuff, right? Like a new Animal Crossing villager. Early prototypes of games like Pokemon Diamond, cut characters from Star Fox, a very weird Yoshi, strange titles like Hockey RPG.
Yep.
And the biggest discovery is a Luigi character modeled from Super Mario 64. And I got Rob images of all of these, or at least I got the landing pages for all of them. So if they're in there just one right after another, it's kind of interesting that some of this stuff, because they look like it looks like a Twitter post.
Yep.
But it's I don't know. So Rob, if you can, nope, that's Shadow Rising, bro.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's down the road. This one will be 13. If you go to the page, you can click on the links on the page on those little new Animal Crossing, blah blah blah. I thought I got pictures for you.
Yeah, it was huge, and the reason it's the big controversy about it is.
Let me log in and show you.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I let him down.
Battle with the producer there. So, oh my goodness. But yeah, the problem is do you put this in your notes as a completist for Nintendo? You have to include these things.
That's correct.
But it was a leak, so it's not legit, stuff. So do you put that in your notes? That was the big question, because it's like, and some of these were games that were just never released.
Yeah, like there's Animal Forest. There's a little dude down there.
Yeah.
Right. He and then check that
Pokemon
prototype.
Diamond prototype.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's just tons of characters. It looks like Deviant Art style.
Yeah.
Pages and stuff of this leak. I mean, this was tons of data. Yeah, look at Yoshi designs.
Wow.
From an undisclosed Yoshi's Island. Yeah, the Hockey RPG.
I didn't get this.
I'd totally play that. That makes hockey exciting for me.
Yep.
So, there's the Luigi model from Mario 64 where he was going to be in the game.
Yep.
And
see, they were going to do something, but they didn't.
Yeah, this is all stuff that was cut.
Yeah.
So,
but you figure that's probably most games are like that anyway.
Oh yeah,
I think they develop a whole bunch of options,
and
then they're like, nah, we're not going to use that. Nah, we're not going to use this, and now that game will never go.
And that's and so that becomes the question though. For as an archivist for Nintendo,
right.
Are these canon? Are these not canon? But they're not obviously.
No.
But you do need to include them in your histories now, because there are something that was developed and other things like that. So that's the big moral dilemma of it.
Right.
I don't see that as a big moral dilemma. It was interesting that the articles were making such a big deal of it.
Well,
I thought it was an amazing history leak.
Yeah, it was a good history leak, but that's what people do though.
Yep.
Right. So this next one we're going to talk about is Mikey.
Yes.
Mikey around and bought a book.
I bought a book. Everybody was like freaking out with me. You don't read. I read once in a while, very little. But it has to be something I like.
Couldn't you got it on a download?
They do audio. There is an audio book by this, actually. And it's by one of the main characters that is in WoW. So this is a prequel to the new expansion that's coming out between September and November, we know, is when it's coming out, Shadowlands. It's taking place, explaining Sylvanas after she betrayed the Horde and running away, what happens between that time period. There is a lot of killings we do know about, but none of your main characters are going to be affected. So you don't have to read this to play the new expansion. but it just fills in some
so
gaps.
why'd you go spend $30 on a book?
Because it's about the lore, and it does explain a lot more in the lore.
Have you read it yet?
Not yet.
Why not?
Who's the author of this one?
Madeline Rowe.
Okay. So they hired a good author for it. So I know because Tim Zahn did the StarCraft novels back in the day. Our good friend Tim Zahn. So I'd like to say that.
Tim Zahn's our friend.
You're going to name drop there, Tim.
Tim Zahn.
All good.
It's got a lot of
we know
great
Tim.
reviews.
Tim's a great guy. We have coffee with Tim all the time.
But everybody that I've talked to that has the book loves it.
Really?
And everybody's finished it in like a couple days.
So what's your review?
I haven't read it yet.
Oh, he's playing WoW and he hasn't read it. Imagine that.
So here's the thing. I was going to read it this weekend, but I needed to finish getting my rep done in WoW so I can unlock the Volpira.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how
It's a
any
little
WoW
fox
players
race.
actually read it because they're all playing the game.
So I unlocked my
Wasting their
Volpira
lives
Sunday after a lot of grinding on rep and everything.
Grinding on Grinder?
It's grinding.
Great! High five, baby! Same time. Boom!
I hate both of you.
I'm not the one to say Grinder. You are.
I said grinding rep.
I think a psychological faux pas happened there.
I don't know. That wasn't a Freudian slip. That was a Freudian dress.
Yeah. Hello.
Well, something that's not on our list, but something that I'm getting. I'm supposed to be getting a new bookend by Laurel K. Hamilton, her most recent book.
Yes! Anita Blake back.
I'm so excited. And it's even better. Well, it didn't come in today, and I am super fucking salty about that right now.
Should have ordered it at Books at Park Place. They would have got it for you.
But tomorrow, I pre-ordered it, and I got her signature in it, and that's the first time ever. I've been reading her books literally for 20 years, and I'm 32 now, so I started reading them when it was like way not appropriate to be reading.
Just finished last week the new Jim Butcher Dresden Files, and it was funny. They were doing an interview with him about it because it's the 20th anniversary of Dresden Files, and he originally said it originally was going to take place in New Orleans. And then his publisher told him, said, "Really? You're going to do a wizard who fights monsters in New Orleans?" And he was like, "Yeah." Like,
that
you
works
ever
for
read
me.
Anita Blake? She's already got that covered. You need to go, you need to move him somewhere else. And that's why he went to Chicago. So
I'm super excited because in pre-ordering the book, I won a private meet and greet Zoom meeting with her tomorrow. I'm so excited. So
That's
I actually
fantastic.
have questions for you, Mark, because I can submit questions and I need to come up with like some really super awesome epic questions.
we'll get her with some zingers. We'll get her with some zingers.
Can you record the Zoom? Are you allowed to?
I'm pretty sure.
not.
Why not?
Usually
Well,
on
I
those,
know-
they let you,
they let
record them
you.
and send them to you. So usually,
Oh, okay.
sometimes,
Maybe.
but check ahead.
Well, I know like the
message.
ones they're doing for like Comic Cons right now that you can pre-order the
Yeah.
5-minute thing. They say you can't record them.
No, well, they some of those they record them for you. So I know Wizard World, you can't record their Q&As.
Yeah.
But then when you get your little one-on-one with them, they send you the recording after, so that way they can edit if you jump on and go, "My book is great," or "Eat my bloop." They can edit that out because they don't want that guy associated with it.
I can show you how to. Hey, I can show you how to record those. By the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
recorded.
super excited. And I don't know if it's going to be a bunch of people with her or if it's like literally going to be a one-on-one thing, but I am like so freaking excited.
Either way, that's awesome. She hasn't done that in a while.
Well, then fine. I downloaded a book.
Which one did you get?
Yesterday, 37th Parallel.
Oh, okay. That's a good book.
And I
finished
do
that
everything
last
on Audible because I'm dyslexic.
37th Parallel was really, really good. It'll give you a whole new insight into MUFON and...
Well, yeah, but I mean, I kind of know all that stuff. I just got it because everybody said, well, you should read it. And I'm like, well, I don't want to say I haven't, so I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to listen to it.
Just listen to it. Yeah, the last part is really good. It's a nice twist. Most of his books got made into movies, so I'm sad that one didn't.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
No, it got squished by the
It's
guy.
UFO paranormal.
It got squished by the guy that owns Skywalker Ranch.
Bigelow.
That's what it is.
Bigelow Aerospace.
Bigelow Aerospace.
That's why I got.
That's right. So, all right. So moving on.
Suddenly we've lost power.
Yes. Oh, how'd that happen?
Poor Disney.
So, Splash Mountain Ride vehicle sinks and Magic Eden gets evacuated. Now,
so many issues with Splash Mountain right
Yeah,
now.
I know. What is up? It's like it's wanting to die.
Yeah, it looked. If you look at that, it looks like a big gill shark.
I look like a bunch of dentures coming out.
If you've ever seen a big gill shark, that's what they look like on the side when they're sucking in. Everything's wide open. But that's the actual. That's the actual ride.
They got video of it, just them getting out. Somebody. Of course, everybody with cell phones now.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. A month ago, Jungle Cruise sunk.
Yeah, Jungle Cruise boat sunk. So
actually, if you scroll down on that page, Rob, there's actually a video down there of the people getting out
just at the last minute.
And it's super quick. It's
even
only
like a
6
week
seconds.
ago, 2 weeks ago, an employee fell in there.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, they were live streaming. They were playing on their phone, and they just fell right into the water.
You shouldn't be playing on your phone.
Yep, and it's funny because we know the time clock is ticking on Splash Mountain because they're changing it to the Princess and the Frog, but we don't know when. So it's like when Tower of Terror changed in California, they didn't know when it was going to change to Guardians of the Galaxy. They knew it was coming, and then just suddenly one day it was done. They didn't even make any to-do about it. We don't have that problem here because Disney's not allowed to put Marvel stuff in the Florida parks because of the deal Universal Studios has with Marvel. So, yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
It's sinking, and you're going to make me wait to get out? No way,
please
dude. I'm out.
Please remain seated until the ride comes to a firm and complete stop.
Yeah. No, I'm sinking. I'm getting out now.
Yeah.
Of course, you wonder how much. Oh, that's crazy.
Is the next one going to be Pirates? Are we going to have that issue there?
Pirates always had that issue, especially if you're not nice to the ghosts there.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That always had issues.
Yeah.
All right. So, poor Disney.
Oh,
Will
no,
they ever
Disney.
recover?
Oh,
no. Yes, they will. All right, so Spider-Man's coming to a Marvel Avengers as a PlayStation exclusive. So I have got 2 back-to-back Spider-Mans that we're going to talk about. First, let's talk about this one. So he's coming into the
Avenger game.
But he won't be released immediately.
No, he's going to be a download later character. And he's exclusive to Sony because they're trying to make Spider-Man a Sony
property
because Sony owns Spider-Man. They bought it when Marvel was hurting on money, so they got it, and that's why Sony owns Spider-Man. That's why it took us years to get Spider-Man into the Marvel universe. And then, of course, the Spider-Man game came out and was excellent. And
the game they did was great. I'm excited for the Miles Morales story coming out. Later this year.
And so they're, I understand them doing that, but then Spider-Man has been on Lego Star Wars or Lego Marvel and Lego other things on other consoles.
I'm not a fan of the Avenger game. I did get a chance to play it at New York Comic Con, and I just didn't like it.
But that was before they revamped it. They took it back, and because nobody liked it apparently at New York Comic Con, so it's been remastered.
I didn't even like the graphics or anything it looked like.
And isn't it by another company we just talked about? Squeenix, I think.
Speaking of Square Enix, Avengers game is getting a PlayStation exclusive Spider-Man character, and that sucks.
Yeah, that's the same basic story. It's just like exclusive characters used to be a big deal to sell your console, your thing.
And that's why people picked either PlayStation or the Xbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Because of that.
But then usually a few years later, if you're willing to wait a year, they'll put it out on both because the exclusivity contracts run out.
Yeah.
So, but Sony's trying to say that, nah, this is us forever. Never getting him on PC. Never getting him on Xbox. Sony. You would need that PlayStation money.
Well, Square Enix was always a contract for PlayStation for the longest time.
For the longest time, that's what killed the Dreamcast, is they wouldn't do Dreamcast games.
Yep.
But they were just upset with Sega over some character in Soul Calibur they wanted.
Right.
Yeah. They wanted Sephiroth for Soul Calibur.
But Dreamcast had Phantasy Star, so it was okay.
Yeah, that was fine. Phantasy Star was better.
Yeah. So I won't buy it anyway.
Yeah.
I have both systems. I'll just wait.
I'll wait till it's on free as a pass.
Yep. And then I'll go get it. It's not a big deal, right?
I'm just waiting for the Miles game.
Of course you are.
Yeah, that looks good.
So everybody knew who Carl Urban is, right?
The boys. And
the boys.
Let's go down the list. He started in Xena as Cupid. Then he became Caesar. Then he gets into, what's after that? That's when he gets into the Lord of the Rings movies, because he's a New Zealander. He finally makes a big enough name, he comes to America, and then he's Judge Dredd. He's Bones. Dr. McCoy on Star Trek. This guy's in every nerd thing. He's in all of them.
Right.
But he wasn't in
He was in Doom.
Doom,
with The Rock.
yeah. He killed The Rock, or Rock killed him. I don't remember.
Yeah, Rock.
It's been a while.
He killed The Rock.
I think he kills The Rock, yeah. And so this guy is
That's
the
when The Rock
unsung...
wasn't.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's Thor Ragnarok. He's Scourge. He shows up
Pete's
at that.
Dragon.
Behold my stuff. That's just one of the best bits ever.
Almost Human.
Almost Human. I mean, this guy's in there, and now he's in The Boys, which we all love dearly. And the only thing he wasn't in
was Star Wars.
Was Star Wars.
But he was.
But he secretly was. He pulled a Daniel Craig.
Yep. So he said, I'm going to read the package. He goes, in an interview with Digital Spy, Urban confirmed that he made a cameo appearance in the Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. He was visiting his friend J.J. Abrams on set, and then when the actor was asked to suit up, he goes, while I was there, they put me in a Stormtrooper uniform, and we had a really fun day on set.
Yeah.
Right? The scene in question is when Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren come aboard the Star Destroyer for the first time. What's the cut to my, and what's in the cut is the, he says Knights of Ren as Kylo walks down a hallway past two stormtroopers.
Yeah, so he's the guy, it's the Knights of Ren.
I'm one of those stormtroopers.
Yep. And I remember that became a big deal, was that the Stormtrooper cameos in the new trilogy were pretty good. Daniel Craig kept his pretty quiet for a while.
Craig, Tom Hardy, yeah
I loved Daniel Craig. He was the one who was Rey Force.
Yeah.
So, and there's a rumor that says that Prince William and Prince Harry were stormtroopers as well.
Yeah, that's been long, rumored. I remember that goes back to the prequel trilogy. They had the Backstreet Boys as Jedi in the big battle in Clone Wars, or Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, right?
Yeah, and other things like that. So I love that they're continuing this, and that's great, Carl. Good on you, boy.
That a boy. Now, and speaking of which, we didn't get this, but The Boys 2 is coming.
Yes.
This month, right?
Yeah, we watched the bit with the whale last week.
The new trailer came out today.
Freaking.
Yeah.
New trailer
came out this week. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't get
earlier in the week.
Yeah, earlier in the week. We didn't get that one tonight. Because
it's not about that one. We watched it last week.
Yeah, we watched Boys. Boys is coming. Watch it.
So Bree, do you like Carl?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Figured he's on your list.
And I liked The Boys for the most part.
How much do you like Carl? Panty drop Carl, or nah, he's just Carl? All right.
Like, he's all right.
All right, just me. I always ask that woman, is it a panty drop? Because it's a panty drop, that's a big deal. So
I'd do him.
I'm still Ryan Reynolds. I'm in there with Bree. Anyway.
Just as long as he wears the Judge Dredd mask, I'd be.
I see. Yeah. Well, with me, he'd have to be the Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah.
I like that movie. Yeah.
No, you're talking about Ryan as Green Lantern. I'm talking Carl Urban.
Hey, I know you're talking about. Yeah. I like that movie. Everybody's like, "You're crazy. That sucked." It didn't suck because as a technician,
horrible.
As an editor technician, some of the effects in there were
way ahead of the time.
Ass. And you have to respect that stuff.
Sadly,
you don't produce anything like that, so you're like, oh, that just sucked because yeah, you don't have no idea the amount of work that went into
horrible storyline. His outfit was just
script first. Crap. As a writer, I'm always about script first, so that's me.
But the overall, okay, so here's the way. Again, when I go to watch a movie, I shut everything off and I just watch the movie. I don't care about the script. I don't care about the backstory. I don't care about the canon.
It transports you.
To me, it did a good job.
Okay, well then there you go.
I love Og.
The one fan of the movie.
You were the one.
Well, I'm
the only fan.
I actually bought it.
See, there you go. You're the one. There's a few.
True fan. I bought it. So, yeah. So Microsoft reveals a redesign, much faster Xbox store.
10 years too late.
Yeah, I was like, it's about freaking time, but...
But they're pushing everybody to Game Pass, where you don't need the store.
Right.
So... It is nice because now you can get videos in one place, games in another place, all that. They had that before. It was all the little tabs and little. It took you 20 minutes to figure out. No, I don't want Ghostbusters the movie. I want Ghostbusters the game.
Right.
They just remastered. It's new release. Why is this not on the front page? 10 pages down. Oh, there it is.
Yeah. I went and looked at it because I fired the Xbox up and I'm like, well. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Again, it's a store app.
It is updated, but it looks like it's from early 2000s.
It's what Steam did 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
So it really wasn't much of an update. Just I'm just saying, I'm not, I hate that when people say that. I'm just saying. But here you go. So now I find this interesting because I'm actually, in a way, I'm kind of glad. PlayStation 5 will support PS4 controllers, but only for playing PS4 games.
Now that, to me, I know a lot of people are like upset about that, and I'm like, but that makes sense.
It does make sense because have you seen the new PS5 controller is, to me, weird.
Yeah. I mean, like when the Wii
I'm looking at the white one, of course, but
when the Wii came out, people were making a big deal because you could still play the games with the GameCube controller.
Yes.
And that completely defeated the purpose of the Wii controller, and that is one of the reasons why some of the early games of the Wii weren't as innovative as they could have been, because they were like, oh, they could be playing it on a GameCube controller, so you got to make support for the GameCube. And I think that's what held, as big as the Wii was, I'm not saying it ever got held back, but that made innovation on the Wii so little.
Okay,
I think this is awesome.
If money wasn't an object, would you buy the new PS5?
If money was an object, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The PS5 over the new Xbox, I would.
Yeah. If money wasn't an object, then yeah.
I own them all. I don't.
I mean, what's it running at? $6.99?
$6.99 or $5.99. It's huge. It's a big price.
And did you hear game prices are going up?
Yeah, $10.
Well, yeah, because the petroleum got more expensive. No, I'm just kidding. That's what they used to always blame it on. Well, you got to make DVDs.
The cartridges were so expensive. That's why when moving to DVDs is going to shrink the cost, and instead it went up. And it's, and then well, the DVDs are
Well, for a long time
so
it did
we'll go
stay
digital.
at.
Digital will be cheaper.
For a long time it did stay at $49.99.
It did say $49.99 for a long time, which I know GameStop at one point tried to knock it up $5 a piece and hope people would just pay it. It was so weird. I remember working there at the time. I was like, why are we $5 more than Walmart? Yeah. Why are we $5 more than this? And it was just, it was stupid.
So I have a question for you guys. This weekend we had family over, and my nephew was playing on my PS1, which he had to go update and blah blah blah. And it took for freaking ever.
Yes.
So now that we're trying to they're trying to push you more to cloud. Mm-hmm. Are they going to take that restriction off so your games update faster and your machines update faster?
Nope.
That is going to frustrate the hell out of you trying to play a game online.
My daughter and I, the other day, decided to fire up our Xbox and play Master Chief Collection because we saw that Halo Infinite trailer and it reminded us of how fun we had in the old one. So I'm like, I have Master Chief Collection. I got it years ago.
You told me. I would have fired mine up. We could play it.
And that was just it. We fired it up, and then it was a 30 gig download to update it. And I'm like,
and the game was already like 70 gigs.
When was the last time I turned this on? Wasn't that long ago, but another 30 gig, and that was an hour and a half, even with my high-speed ass internet.
Directly connected to the back?
Directly connected to the back.
See, to me, I can understand the Wi-Fi.
I should have done it in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But 30 gigs, that's not that terrible. But because most stuff I download in a heartbeat.
Right.
This was...
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it made no sense, and that was Microsoft.
So if they're going to try to make you go to the cloud to play, they're going to have to take the cap off.
Yeah, but I think what happened was it was the same day they released it for Steam. Master Chief Collection was updated for Steam that day too, and so everybody's updating at once, and it's one of the top 10 games played on Steam right now. So
yeah, but it still took. What was he playing? He was playing
one of the old Call of Duty games.
Oh, Call of Duty games took forever. An hour, because you wanted to play online.
Because why does Activision care if that game's still served on the cloud? They've already sold it. They don't care anymore. So that's why these older games don't get the love.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen. Fix it, PlayStation.
Physical media.
Yeah, that is a. Yeah.
But even then, you got to do patches and all that to play.
So the last two stories we're going to talk about, just warmed the cockles of my heart.
Yes.
Right.
This
because
awesome.
SpaceX Crew of the Dragon successfully returns to the NASA astronaut
Doug and Bobby.
Yeah. So and we were listening to everybody talk.
Yeah.
And then we watched the whole thing. We watched the two specials they had, and then we watched the whole landing and retrieval. The whole we literally had 5 hours of nothing but SpaceX, right? So I'm listening to these young cats talking like, I've never seen a splashdown.
Yeah.
75, I think, is what it was, the last one.
The last one, yeah.
And I remember that one.
Well, all the others have been in Russia because that's we're riding up on Russian rockets and coming back on Russian stuff. So
they did do one mistake though. NASA shouldn't have told where the splashdown was going to be.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that right now. I don't care about that. That has no bearing whatsoever on how it went. I'm not going to go negative on it.
No, I'm not going negative.
It is because look, it is what. Even back in the day in the '75, there were people that got there in their boats.
Yep.
Okay. It happened.
It got a little too close.
Yeah.
But
so anyway, the coolest thing is it happened. It was American Waters.
Yep.
I love the fact that they were able
private company.
Huh?
Private company.
Right.
Thank you very much.
And they switched from, now if this was NASA,
yeah,
it would have been like, we're going to wait till the storm passes and then we'll do the Atlantic. But they said, nope, we have the window over here. We'll just direct over there.
Yep.
So they went from the Atlantic to the Gulf.
Yep. In less than a day's notice, and they were able to do it. So that's And again, a private company versus government regulations, government rules, all this. Now, admittedly, it is still very, very tested, very, because they knew if they lose, they're the first guys to lose somebody. They're done. There goes, Tesla's stock is gone.
Right.
So because they're going to get sued by everybody. If that landed in a house.
Oh my! So I wonder. Now, speculation. How long do you think it's going to take for them to be able to land that on a ship like they're doing the
This had to splash down the way they designed it. That's just the way it was built. But that's the whole point, is building the legs for the landers to go to the moon, landers to go to Mars. We're working on it. That excites me more than just about.
Hell anything. Yeah!
I remember when the Challenger disaster happened. My first thought was, oh God, I'm never going to see a Mars landing. I'm going to be dead before we see a Mars landing. And then when Obama scrapped
I was so furious.
The shuttles without Orion being ready to go, and now I knew Orion was never going to happen. I was like, they're going to cancel that project next too, and they did.
Yep.
And thankfully, we got some people who put out and said, hey, let's put it in private industry, and thank.
So
God.
Did you watch the shows before it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I found it fascinating that literally the last rocket that they tested to go up was the last rocket they had.
They had, yeah.
1, 2, and 3 blew up.
Yep.
And 4 was it. They only had enough money to do 4, and 4 worked.
And now they got 1 million contracts.
I know,
so they are good to go. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about Virgin's doing their passenger
I was going to talk about that one, but I'm like, oh man, 24 topics. We'll never get through all this stuff. So.
But that's just tying in. They've released the prototype. What that looks like. It's every seat's a window seat.
Yeah.
It's you're going to be in 0G for a little bit. You're going to the edge of space.
You're not
actually
going
in space. So you will not be.
But
technically an astronaut.
how long will it take?
That won't take long.
Exactly.
There's a company that's doing it with a balloon. That's going to do. Yeah. That's actually going up, and I'm like, everybody's like, oh, who's going to try that? I'm like, sign me up.
Hell yeah, I'm doing a heartbeat and a heartbeat.
Yep. So
I'm excited. I'm just that's the giddy side of me. I'm like,
the nerd in me, the kid who watched rocket launch, the last rocket launch. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'd go up in that.
And I can't.
And then it just becomes the quest: who's the first person? Who's the first couple to have sex in space?
Yep.
You know it's coming.
Yep. Exactly.
And if it's not James Bond and Moonraker, it's going to be somebody else.
Right. And how long will it take for them to re-equip that so they can actually go out to outer space?
Exactly. And that's just it. These are all the steps. These are the baby steps, and we're there.
I do want a new space shuttle, though.
We need one, and this is, but they're doing it with the dragons and stuff. It's good. Yeah, look at that. Every seat.
Look at that.
They knew, you're going into this. It's like,
where's the puke bags?
And I love that the seats are turned sideways towards the wall, so you're looking out the window.
Yep.
Because that's the whole point. Who's going to care about looking forward, like in an airplane? We're not watching the movie.
They rotate,
on this
right?
Flight, and they've got screens that will show the flight telemetry and all that, and further information coming soon on that. But that's all they said right now is. Early ones will be flight telemetry. But that's $100,000 for the first few flights, but they say that's going to drop dramatically once they've got it down to a science.
Right.
Which it is science. It's rocket science.
It's rocket science.
It's rocket surgery.
Yeah.
That's quite.
I'm excited.
So next thing is a 60-foot Gundam robot.
Yeah.
And it walks.
You skipped one, but that's okay.
Did I? What?
Yeah, Project Power.
Oh, Project Power, okay.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll keep going. Let's go ahead and get the Johnson.
Yeah, the giant robot, the Gundam.
Yeah.
Speaking of awesome things in life,
Japan always does really cool things.
It took its first steps. They've been building this for years.
Yeah, and they're still not done with it.
No. But it actually took steps. It's actually, we can fight Godzilla now. So,
I
have the technology.
was watching a video that person did on YouTube, and they're like, why is it called Gunpla? He didn't understand why they called it that, because it's actually built from the models.
Yeah, they actually took the designs from the original models and built it to scale, which is crazy awesome and very Japanese. I'm excited.
I want to see it just take off running.
Yeah, the video was incredible. I'm like, I can't wait to see what else they do. There's guys who build these, like 20 foot tall or 30 foot tall, but this is huge. So, and James May, from our wonderful Grand Tour and old Top Gear back in the day. He did James May's Our Man in Japan, I think, for Amazon. And one of the episodes, he gets to drive one of those giant robots for a minute or two. And that's pretty epic, too.
So the next thing, it's a short little video. What has Annabelle been up to during quarantine for National Doll Day? That was last week.
Having seen the original Annabelle, the real Annabelle,
I know
this is always like, oh, really? But they actually did fun with this video, so.
That's funny as hell.
It was cute.
I like it.
I love my
I know
horror.
it's not the original Annabelle, but it's done.
It is still fun. And like I said, it's just it was well done, well played.
I want to see what else they do now.
Those guys are doing good stuff. So.
And so here's the thing. Okay, we have a stuffed animal in here that we used to take on all of our shoots, and we would do stuff like that, and we stopped. But now, if I went back and did it, everybody would be like, "Oh, you're just copying Annabelle."
Well, I mean, everybody's kind of done that stuff all the way back to Mr. Bill.
It's so sad.
We
What stuffed animal did you
We took
use?
Clem.
Right over there.
Which one?
Oh, the monkey?
Yeah.
Oh, the monkey up there? Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to have
He's
Clem.
He has his own Facebook page.
Why isn't he sitting on a show every week?
Because everybody, I got made fun of with it, and they're like, "Oh, you're just like trying to be like everybody." I'm like, "Come up with something original."
Have a mascot.
So I'm like, "Well, he is a mascot." And let me see. Keep talking, boys. While
I know.
his name is
when I did
his name is Oliver, and he has 1,601 likes.
There you go. So, geez, he's got a
follow.
following. He's got more following than a lot of my friends.
And we actually had a contest to name him, and it was one of Dylan's old girlfriends. That she came back, she goes, "We'll name him Oliver." And I'm like, "Why Oliver?" She goes, "Because he's all over."
So now we gotta start bringing him.
All right, I will bring Oliver back. You guys keep
Does
talking.
he have his own
Get him here.
Instagram?
Yeah, he's got to get
He
Instagram.
needs an Instagram, so when we're going to
Claudius
conventions...
He stole my shoe the other day, and that was like...
He's been my protection for a little while.
Oh,
he
he's
thinks
the Dark Knight.
He thinks he's Batman.
Yeah.
I'm Batman. See? I'm so scary.
We need one of those baby carriers to put him in.
Or one of the backpacks you can strap on.
Yeah.
Right, so there he is. So Oliver will now start going places with
Actually, let me get backpack, mount GoPro on him, so it's Oliver Vision.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
See everything he sees.
Yeah. He'd be good in some of the haunted locations.
Yeah, so
a lot of the kids love it when you bring dolls. Those ghost kids, man, they love it when you bring the dolls.
Oh, really?
We watched another one. You want spooky kids? We watched another spooky one. Let's send you down a rabbit hole for another spooky movie. We watched one called The Devil's Doorway from 2018.
What? What?
And I had never heard of it. It's a found footage style, but it's set in the 1960s, where these priests are investigating a monastery in Ireland, and it was really creepy.
Damn.
I loved it. Not great effects, not the best acting, but solid.
Right.
It was workable.
I've heard of the Devil's Doorway, but that's not what.
That's exactly what I was surprised. It was not what I thought.
Because the
We
Devil's
got John
Doorway
to
is.
actually start watching Harley Quinn last week.
Oh,
Yeah,
what do you think, man?
Mama Tech did not like it.
Mama Tech did not.
Hey,
the language.
The language is
Very
horrible.
bad
they
language.
say F this, and
But Kite Man was great. I loved
Kite Man is the bomb, man.
Yeah.
So,
I have finished Norseman.
Norseman was good.
I don't like the fact they started off.